In the shadow of tall trees swaying in the nightly breeze stood an abandoned hospital, a mysterious relic of times that could no longer exist. According to rumors, this area had witnessed horrific experiments and trepanations conducted decades ago. These stories were enough to fill the nights of the small town nestled in the shadows of the dark forest. It was to this forsaken hospital that a young man named Mike and his girlfriend, Sarah, ventured eager for adventure, but unaware of the depth of the secrets hidden in this forgotten corner. The evening was consumed by darkness as Mike and Sarah navigated through thorny thickets, approaching the dark mass of the hospital. Bathed in the moonlight, the building looked like a ghost from the past, its walls seeming to whisper unspoken mysteries. Sarah grabbed Mike's hand, and they entered through the ominous, creaking entrance. The emptiness here was so palpable that it seemed as if the sounds of their footsteps were being swallowed by the eternal silence. When they reached the heart of the hospital, the sense of abandonment and malevolence became increasingly apparent. The light from the lanterns Mike brought with him pushed back the darkness, but did little to ease the shivers that overcame them. In rooms frozen in time, old beds and surgical tables stood witness. They even discovered a forgotten doctor's office, filled with long-dried folders and grimy windows. Sarah picked up an old journal with patient names, and her eyes widened when she saw records of the mysterious trepanation. Suddenly, a whisper echoed in the corridor. Slowing their steps, they encountered a vision, a shadow dancing in the semi-darkness. A creature seemingly crafted from dark memories, lifted into the air, its eyes gleaming as if reflecting the horror of the past. Dark shadows played in the corners, and sounds of an unknown knocking filled the air. When they decided to leave, the doors locked themselves. They explored, but each turn revealed a new chapter of mysterious events. Eventually, they found themselves in an empty operating room. The lantern light flickered as a faint moan echoed in the room. From the darkness emerged red eyes, and a creature like a specter from dark times materialized before them. "Why are you here?" the shadow spoke, its voice reflecting suffering and loss. Mike and Sarah found themselves ensnared by their own curiosity, confronting the dark forces that awakened in the forgotten hospital. The shadow shared its story, a tale of suffering and darkness that lingered within these walls. It turned out that the souls of patients subjected to trepanation remained in the abandoned hospital, seeking release from their torment. Mike and Sarah decided to help these souls, attempting to unravel the mystery of their restless existence. With each new step into the past, they uncovered their stories, and the shadows began to fade, releasing centuries, long suffering. When the last trace of darkness vanished, Mike and Sarah exited the hospital. The lantern lights no longer flickered in the darkness, and the sounds of knocking fell silent. The forgotten hospital once again cloaked itself in silence. Mike and Sarah stood before the dark forest, but now its shadows no longer harbored threats. The hospital, though abandoned, had become a resting place for those who were once objects of fear and dark secrets.